If a genie gave you 4 wishes, which wishes would you wish? I'm inside and I saw the Twilight Zone Season 2, Episode 2, The Man in the Bottle. It is directed by John Medford, written by Rod Serling, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. Episode starts with following a single shot. An old woman comes in with a bottle. She's like, "Can you give me money for this?" And the owner is like, "It's not really worth anything, but I feel bad for you, so I'll take the money." He takes a look at this bottle, is like, "You know what? It's not worth much, but I'll give you some money for it. Give me that bottle." So he takes the bottle, and then he does a little bit of rubbing. And guess what? A genie's here, and he's like, "Oh, hello, you have 4 wishes." And this guy, and also his wife, very ecstatic. They're like, "Oh my goodness, our cabinet glass display case just shattered. Can you please replace that?" And then boom, it's replaced. It's like, "Oh my goodness, we actually know now that these wishes work 100%. Let's wish for $1 million. And the genie's like, "You gotta be careful with your words, careful what you wish for, you gotta be very exact." And so he gets $1 million, and he ends up giving a bunch of millions of dollars to his friends. And then the rest of the money is in taxes. And so all they're left with is like $5. And they're like, "Oh, pesky, pesky taxes." What is the tax rate on $1 million, really? You get $1 million and the government's like, "All right, yeah, I see you got that $1 million. Give me some." Why? Because you're using our currency that we established, and also your roads and such. But also we're gonna dump a lot of it into goods and services or whatever. This is the 60s. This is the 60s, not now. I don't know what the spending was like back then. So anyway, the government takes it. I'm like, dang. Oh, oof. I felt so bad at that moment. I guess I just felt so much pain. It was the most amount of pain I felt in that episode because of the government taking his money for taxes. Oh. Anyway, so he's like, "Dang it, I guess I should have been more specific with my wording." And the genie's like, "You gotta be really specific." And this guy starts doing a brainstorm. He's like, what can I wish for? Something that cannot be taken away from me. I want to be able to lead people, but I could be taken away from as a leader. What about a society where I cannot be taken away as leader because I'm not voted in? And then he thinks real hard, and then he decides, "Oh, that's what I'm gonna be the wish." The genie's like, "Oh, really?" And I was thinking, with the genie's look in his eye, I was like, "Oh God, he's got something sinister behind him." Actually, if I were that guy, I'd be like, "No, give me the $10 million, but make sure that the tax is already out of it." You know? So I'm just like, "Dude, don't make this wish." But this guy's like, "I gotta make the wish. I gotta make the wish." And the genie grants his wish. And guess who he becomes? He becomes Adolf Hitler. But right at the moment where he's about to take the drink to go slurp and then go, ah. Right? This is the 60s, so they didn't know he escaped to Argentina. So, this fun. This guy's like, "Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Oh no, this is not good. This is worse than what I have, actually. Oh my goodness." And he's like, "I wish for things to go back. I just want everything to go back to what it was." And then his life is back. The glass is still not shattered nicely. They're like, "Okay, I guess that kept." And then they accidentally shatter it. And then they just laugh and they throw the bottle off for another unsuspecting person to take it. Oh man, this is a fun episode. I like the concept of wishes because you got a wish is so idealized, idealistic, ideals. Oh, I wish that it never rained, or I wish that I had $1 trillion, or any wish that you have that cannot be granted in reality. But if you could grant it in reality, I like seeing the consequences of that. Like, for example, Like, you wish for $1 trillion? Bro, you just have 1/75th of the world's, all of the world's money. 1/75th of the world's money. What does that do to you? Then you have to deal with other problems like, well, the government's gonna want my money, or I can create a government and become a country, and then you have other problems. I don't know, it just seems a lot. It's a lot. I like wish problems, because it seems like all wishes that people wish for in wish problems, and the way that genies are very slippery with the literal use of the words, and then they'll be like, oh, I wish I was invisible, and then you turn invisible. Or, oh, I wish that I was more noticed, right? And then, boom, maybe you're glowing, you're like a little light bulb or something. That'll get you noticed. Something that you don't intend on happening based on your wish. That's what I like about wish episodes. And because of that, I think this is a really good episode of wishes. And it teaches you a lesson of appreciate what you got, because if you do the wishes, if you got the wishes granted, you wouldn't actually like it. So appreciate what you got right now and be grateful. I gotta give this episode a solid 7.7 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. Platform really likes that. $20 dinos. Patreon.com/ASEPresents for one movie review per 1 month. Linktree, support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews. Go here. And until next time, I've been Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my sour croutons and bacon bits.